Hello, it's Marcia Regan here, founder and owner of Glory True Colours, and I'm coming in here to share another inspirational story from a life-changing entrepreneur who is really here to make a big difference. And it's unusual that I have a guy, because generally I work with women. But when I met Declan, was still is my personal trainer, and he would hear me talking about my work. He then approached me saying, "I really want to work with you." And my initial response was like, "I only work with women." And then I went away and tuned in, and I was really surprised to say, actually work with this guy. So let me introduce you first before we kind of go into the journey that we have been on together. So this is Declan Treanor, and what are you doing again? I can't, because you've lovely. I want to share what you're doing there.
So I'm a performance trainer here in Brussels, based very close to Marcia's lovely place here. So my mantra and what I help people do is unlock their potential through training the mind, the body, through nutrition and exercise, and the soul, which is, I suppose, that element of life that maybe all of us have our own definition of, but I think it's the imprint that people want to leave on the world. And I think that's actually a large part of what attracted me towards Marcia. Just her energy during our sessions when she came into the gym was amazing. How she related with the other people in the sessions, and positivity, but also there was a bit of mystique as well, around energy and what the hell does that mean, for me. And I never kind of looked at that side of things, but there was something there that attracted me to it, and maybe there was an added dimension that I wasn't getting, and I wanted to maybe tap into something that was performance related, but also just something more, or something that I wanted to work on but couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah. So what was it that got you to say, I want to work for where you were? Where were you when we started working together?
I think that I was in a job where actually, luckily, that I was, most of the time I really love what I do, but there's an area that there's things that I want to talk about, and areas that I want to talk about that I'm not currently talking about, and I probably need to build up confidence and bravery, and just bit by bit take steps into talking about issues like could be bullying, assertiveness skills, talk to guys that feel like they need to be macho, or that really relate, particularly, I suppose, be passionate about getting into schools, talking to guys and girls. I suppose particularly one that would resonate with me, having kind of grown up in an environment where it was an all boys school, is to really talk, also to get a message through to younger men that it's not about being macho and having to be with like loads of women, or really strong and aggressive, and I suppose a little bit kind of questioning those
conditions
conditions around feminine and masculine and what's what. And I suppose I would have grown up and been in home economics class, which wouldn't have been the most popular class in school, because it was kind of seen, cooking, that's for women, and that's kind of rubbish. And I want to get through to men, not that they have to do that, but that they don't have to feel ashamed, or that that's not for them.
Amazing. So for me, in my language, Declan is the example of a man in his balanced divine feminine and divine masculine power, where he is a sensitive guy, but also a really strong guy, and has that balance of who he is, and is becoming more conscious about different actions and how they impact everybody and the world. And so it's really focusing, because there's a lot of talk as well, at the moment, about divine feminine power. And I'm really, really strong on the whole point of divine feminine power is not about making the man less than. It's allowing the man to be to be in his divine feminine, divine masculine power, where he is sensitive and where he has feelings, and where maybe in the current society, if a man was to show his feelings, he would be called, you know, a sissy or all those kind of derogatory comments. And therefore, when they saw that things were not necessarily, they didn't agree with behaviors of other guys, they didn't necessarily take action because they were taken up about, oh my God, how would I be seen? So it's really bringing the man back to his unique ability and his strength of being a strong guy, but also having the sensitivity and the intuition that he can actually help guide him in his business and his life. Would you say that's right, Declan?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I suppose part of strength then is being true to yourself. So if you are, you know, sensitive, not being afraid to show that. And I think we've got massive issues around mental health now. And I can particularly speak in terms of knowing that men often keep things bottled up and wait until it almost, you know, it explodes and comes to kind of breaking point before they'll say anything, or worse still, never say anything. And yeah, so strength is actually to share, whether it be, you know, with somebody in your family or with a friend, or, you know, someone, so it could even be a therapist, or it could be something specific that you're looking to work on. So for me, I think I had this untapped area of my business, and I needed to link in with somebody who I saw as being creative and brave, a good communicator. And that was where you came in, Marcia, to help me get that, I suppose, up and running and get the ideas around that. And I thought that was really helpful, also generating ideas. And looking actually at my business, I thought it was really helpful, the consults that we had around that, you know?
Yeah. So what we did together is we really looked at the soul of Declan's business to see, right, this is where you are. And now what is the soul and the purpose of your business? What is the next evolution of that? Because I'm really seeing is our businesses are really changing very, very quickly. And what I loved about even working with you, Declan, and this is the difference between a lot of the women that I've worked with, is that usually when, you know, I get them to set intentions on a Monday and say, what are the 3 intentions you're working on, your real things you're going to commit to? And on Friday, I want a message to let me know if you've completed. I always, for women, have to go back and remind them. But for Declan, spot on a Monday morning, I got my message, and on a Friday, and he was like really dedicated. And it amused me because I was like, oh my God, that is the masculine, the divine masculine in action. And so what did you get from our work together?
Yes, I suppose all of the things that I described there. I mean, there was, I suppose, the 2 elements is that we did work around energy. We did some relaxation things, some mantras, and that was good because it maybe got me to reflect a bit on the past and beliefs or false beliefs that I might have had, and come up with some newer, more helpful mantras. So work around that was good. And then the practical side of actually generating ideas and building towards like a more positive future in terms of the kind of, we came up with the tagline of free your modern man for, you know, getting out there and talking to men and being like, you know, that this was the old view of what a man should be, the provider, the hunter-gatherer, the one that has to make all the money, the one that has to be so powerful and strong all the time, and actually say, no, it's okay. You can open up. Yes, you can be strong and a provider, and that's important too. But part of an overall system where that there's strength in providing them with your partners as well, and you recognize that, and also that you recognize the importance of talking to people, showing that emotional side, and being there for, I suppose, other guys and other women to talk to you as well. So I thought that was, really enjoyed kind of building that up. And then also on the corporate work, Marcia was really helpful whenever she could think of her network and where people might tie in with me on things, that she was straight to make a connection. I met up with a friend of hers called Suzanne, who's a lovely woman, and she really helped me out in Brussels to get some ideas about expanding my business. So it was also that you saw the wider picture there in terms of introducing and using your wider network as well, which was nice.
Yes, because I also feel that the entrepreneurship world is really about collaboration. And so when I really tune in and go, okay, how can this really help you, rather than just some practical steps? But what connections and collaborations can we share collectively to help each other? And so that is, I love to do that too. When I get the guidance, usually people come in, I'm like, oh, you need to go and see this person, or do this, or this program, or whatever it is. And so where are you now?
Yeah, I think, I'm in a good place right now with regards to what I'm doing in my life. An ability to to make decisions confidently, working on what I'm passionate about, working towards what I'm passionate about. And actually, since we've met up, I've got a meeting now with a secondary school. They want me to talk to their teachers in there and see if I can come in and present to their students around areas like the amount of time that they're spending on video games, developing assertiveness skills, and looking at those areas. So that's, I suppose, a very exciting period now, and that the period that we worked together really helped build towards that, Marcia. So I suppose I'd say a big thank you for how you've helped me build towards that. And it's looking it's exciting. There's going to be challenges, but I feel confident in myself that I'd be able to overcome them as well when they come along.
Yeah. Also. And then also, I think what I feel as well, having worked with you, is that you have embodied more of, sometimes we get thoughts and we think we must do that. But actually your ability to kind of be with the energy of it, of going, this idea has popped in, being with it, and then taking action. So you're finding that things are also coming to you rather than you going out and chasing after it. And so it's a kind of a more balanced way of showing up in your life and your business. Would you say that's
definitely
kind of true as well?
Yeah.
Great. So I hope that's inspired you, and also to show really that the work that is being done out there is also being, let's not forget man, let's not forget the guy.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah, definitely. and also to really remember that in this unit of the male and the female, that we are an enhancement of each other. And my mission, really the overall mission of the work that I'm doing, is that when we can come from a place and a world where we recognize and appreciate the unique ability of each individual, and how we can use that unique ability to enhance each other and complement each other, then this is where we're going to have this heaven on earth, this ability where we get to have this fifth dimensional reality of, we get to have this and this and this and this, and that we acknowledge the strengths and the shadow sides of each energy of the female and the masculine, and bringing that together as a whole being. So if people wanted to look more and find out more about your work, how can they reach you, Declan?
www.performancetrainor.com is a good place to start. And trainer is spelled Treanor, because it's actually my surname as well. So that was probably written in the stars that I'd go on to do this work. And yeah, that's probably a good place to start, because that's got all the links then to my different social media and everything.
Brilliant. And then I also want to give another plug as well for you, that I've noticed your consistency on Instagram, where you do your Saturday morning videos. I'm like, he's actually inspiring me to be more consistent.
Thank you.
So we definitely help each other.
And Marcia's doing awesome in the gym. So this lady practices what she preaches, getting out of her comfort zone. And really, some of the weight she's been lifting has been really impressive. And that's what showing up involves as well. Show them the guns there.
There you go. Okay, I hope that has inspired you. And if you really are in this place where you think you want to really explore more of the energy and kind of just have an energetic review of your business, and removing any blocks that could be holding you back from your bigger mission and being brave enough to step in and make the impact that you came here to make, then just drop me an email at support@gloryyourtruecolors.com, and then we can arrange a conversation. Thank you for watching. Wishing you an amazing day. Take care. Bye.
Ciao.